Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. A happy new year to all of our subscribers, and we want to say a big thank you for supporting our channel. 2022 was a great year for us. We came into 2022 with 900 subscribers, and we are leaving 2022. By the time you see this video, we will have crossed the 5,000 subscriber mark. That's exciting for us. It's better growth than we expected. So we want to thank each of you, and we wanted to talk about some of the things we accomplished over this year, and then we also wanted to share some of our plans for 2023. We got a lot of stuff done in 2022 on Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead, and I can also tell you that our idea of a hobby homestead has kind of evolved over the year of 2022, because as we started this year out, we were focused mainly on the homesteading lifestyle and raising our animals and growing gardens and all of that stuff, which is a lot of what we're interested in doing, and we still love that, and we're doing a lot of that. But we also accomplished one of our major dreams of finishing our dream garage, our shop, and we got it all set up, and we've got major projects up and running in that shop already. So our hobby homestead has become not just the hobby of homesteading, but a homestead full of hobbies, because we have car build projects, we've got dirt bikes, we've got our fishing and hunting and all of that. And so really what our channel has started to showcase is just a wide range of hobbies that we're interested in, and we're sharing those with you. And I've really enjoyed that. I think it's a format that I didn't necessarily see coming, but it's working well for us. So we're going to continue to do that, share diverse content, whatever we're into, whatever hobby we're doing here on Peaks Peak, we're gonna share that with you. Some of the homesteading accomplishments we made this year are, we put our first steer in the freezer. We butchered our first cattle, and we filled our freezer with an entire cow, and we also sold one, which allowed us to buy 2 more and continue that process. So we got that up and running, and we have our own meat to eat, and we never have to buy any beef at the store. That's fantastic. We also put pigs in the freezer, and we've eaten all of that. So one of our plans for 2023 is to get some more hogs, because we really enjoyed that pork, and we didn't raise the first set very big, so we didn't get a lot of meat out of those. We learned some things from that. So this year I plan on getting some more hogs and raising those right, so that we get lots of pork to put in our freezer. Our gardens did fantastic this year. We raised mostly corn and beans, and we were able to freeze like 60 or 70 quarts of corn, and we canned, I think, 90 quarts of green beans. So we've got plenty of that to keep us until our garden is ready for this year. Another homesteading accomplishment for us this year was getting our chickens corralled, and we did that kind of this fall. But you know, one of the complaints I had was our free-ranging chickens running all over the place and making a mess of our landscaping, and you know, pooping on the porch, and just kind of keeping the place a mess to where we never could keep anything nice with the chickens running around everywhere. So we did something about that. We built a chicken run, and we locked up our chickens, almost all of our chickens. There are 4 or 5 that easily get out, and I haven't clipped their wings or done anything about that right now, because the rest of them are locked up. These chickens stay very close by, and it's not a problem, but if it becomes one, I'll clip their wings and put them in the chicken run with the rest of them. But so we pretty well got that problem solved, which means that for 2023, we're going to get to do some nice landscaping and get things fixed up around here. That's another one of our major goals for 2023, is we are going to do some fixing up of the house and make things look a little bit nicer. Now, our house is definitely nothing too fancy, and I've never worried too much about having a big, nice, fancy house. I just want a comfortable place to live that is nice and clean and taken care of. And I've been pretty disappointed in the outside of our home, because when we first moved here, we had really nice landscaping and pretty flowers, and then the chickens kind of came in and ruined all that. So we're gonna fix that this year, and we're gonna try to make things look nice around here again. So we're gonna tear out these flower beds here, take all the wooden mulch and stuff that I don't like having up next to the house, and replace that with rock. I have intentions of redoing this front porch area with maybe some nice wood features and try to make that look nice. We've got this flower bed here. We're gonna do the same thing, tear it all out and redo it with rock. But we also got these nice raised flower beds here that we're going to plant strawberries in. Now, as we finished building our shop and we kind of reconfigured our driveway, we made parking spots right here by the side door, which has made this side porch kind of the main entrance that we use coming in and out of our house. And it needs some help. The decking is pretty old and pretty rough shape anymore. When we first moved in here, I actually pressure washed this and made it look halfway decent, but we've got some rot setting in and it just needs to be torn off and redone. And what I think I've decided to do, since we got a little bit of experience pouring some concrete, building our shop, I think I'm gonna tear this porch off of here, prepare this ground, and build a whole patio area here and kind of fill this area in with concrete so that Caden can have a basketball hoop here and we can have a nice little area where we maybe set up a fire pit or something like that, just to kind of hang out. We can put our grill and have barbecue or whatever. So this is kind of just one of those unfinished areas that needs to be taken care of here, made to look nicer. So that's kind of one of the major plans that I have for this year on Peaks Peak. Now, we're going to have a garden again this year, but I won't have to fence around the garden because the chickens aren't out over here to bother it. And also, I have plans of buying good quality landscape fabric to put down that we can leave down year round and use it for several years, because I really liked not having to weed the garden. It made the work a whole lot easier. So I'm gonna set some money back to buy the good quality stuff this year, and we're going to lay out these gardens and mark our rows and get everything set up in a way that we can reuse it year after year. So that's our garden plan. Hold me to it. Now, I haven't made any major new plans for the Kubota this year because, you know, with the tractor, it's kind of one of those things that you use it as you need it and as projects come up. We'll have the Kubota involved in preparing the ground for our patio over there, and we'll do our usual trail maintenance and all of that. But one more thing that we're excited about is with me and Caden getting dirt bikes, we're going to be building some more track features and things like that. So we'll get the Kubota involved in some of those builds. And so we're looking forward to that for sure. Now, this past year, with the help of our Kubota, we accomplished putting in a whole new water line, 200 feet of water line. And we just finished that project, except we didn't entirely finish because it turned off cold and froze and the ground's mushy and we've got a big mess of a yard here. This is right up between the house and the barn over here. And then we tore up the field pretty bad. So, as soon as the ground will allow us, we're going to have to grade this out, get everything smoothed out really well, and then we got to plant some grass seed to make all of that look nice. We also have goals for projects inside the shop. Now, Cameron has gotten the chassis of the Miata ready to go in his autocross car build. You guys probably haven't seen that yet, but it's coming up. And he's going to get his body work completed and join the SCCA car club, where he can take this car to some of their autocross events and do some time trials and that sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does with that. In fact, I may want to get involved. That seems like it would be a whole lot of fun. So that's one of our big goals for our shop hobbies this year. We also now have the Bug on the lift, which you haven't seen this yet, but the Bug has a motor in it. So we're making progress on that. One of our goals for this is to have it running and driving so that we can just use it as kind of a toy to, you know, run to the store or go out and have fun and get some ice cream or whatever. So gonna get that Bug running and driving. We got the LS Swap 1971 GMC C15. And we've made a little bit of progress on it lately. We're running some fuel lines, putting a main seal in the motor. We've got to find us a transmission and all that, but we're gonna get this thing well on its way this year. I may not have this one running and driving by the end of the year, but I feel like we can at least have it close. So that's one of our big goals for this year, is to make some major progress on the GMC. And that way, we can get rid of the stacks of parts like this and this and this. Oh, and there's my grill up there. And while I don't have any major goals for up on top of Peaks Peak with the pond and the trails and the hunting and all of that, we'll always take time to stop, do a little bit of fishing, catch cleaning cooks, and just kind of having a good time hanging out up there, because that's our playground. So we'll spend a lot of time up on Peaks Peak, either riding our dirt bikes or hunting or fishing, doing all of that. And that makes for a good year. Looking back on our memories, Cameron and I pretty much finished framing this shop in 2021, but coming into 2022, we basically had no flooring, no wiring, no doors, all of that good stuff. So we did the bulk of completing this shop in this year of 2022. And when you look at where we're at now, it's really kind of hard to believe, because it feels like we've had this shop and we've been accomplishing a lot on our projects in here in this shop for a long time. So it's been a great year. You can tell by the floor just how hard we've been working in here. We have definitely been blessed, and we thank God for giving us a good, healthy year in 2022, taking good care of us and letting us have a good time. And we look forward to more of the same in 2023. We hope you guys will join us throughout 2023 and follow along as we get into these hobbies and we share our progress and do all of the things that we're going to do here on Peaks Peak. We have a lofty goal of reaching 15,000 subscribers this year. So we're hopeful that that's the direction our channel is headed. We grew well in 2022 and we couldn't be happier about that. So onward and upward in 2023. Lord willing, we will have a really good time and we'll get a lot accomplished this year. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed today's hobby update. Be sure and follow us through the year as we share more updates and a lot of the fun that we're having here on Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead. Now, I gotta go ride the trails. I'll see y'all later.